Hey everyone, I'd like to explain my process of making these flowers that I made of food containers. And to start off, how they kind of represent uh, waste recycling sustainability, and specifically how single-use plastics contribute to global waste, instead of seeing how waste is something kind of useless or something meaningful. I want to transform it into something like more meaningful, using discarded materials to create flowers that kind of symbolize nature, renewal, and the possibility of change. And the meaning behind the flowers are they kind of represent life and the environment, and things that plastic pollution directly threatens, as by using waste to create something associated with beauty and nature. I want to challenge how the view of disposable materials can highlight how much plastic we consume without realizing it. I've made 9 flowers that represent the 9% of the global waste that gets seen on shorelines, and the kind of considering how much plastic we produce, it's kind of a lot. It's well, the top three I've chose from another data set I found, and the green color plays a big role as it symbolizes green energy sustainability. Main thing is the key point data being 39% of people in the states don't use disposable food containers. Well, meanwhile, there's a 1% that's not really sure, and there's 60% of they do use disposable food containers, reinforcing how deeply ingrained these materials are in our daily lives. So in the process of making them, as you can see, I've kind of taken food containers, cut them out, I've collected over a few months, and I've cut them out into circular shapes to form the petals, and then the leftover scraps I made to create the leaves, making sure to make no material went to waste. For color, I painted and decorated with markers, enhancing the contrast and kind of artificial materials and natural forms. Since the plastic didn't really have any color, it was very clear. I got to be creative and also use my hair dryer from my dorm to warp and shape the plastic pieces and to give it a more organic petal like curve. And then in the class I used a hot glue gun to assemble the flowers. I poured the glue directly onto the surface, and then I layered the petals on the glue, letting them kind of naturally form on the glue, and let them harden and put them glue it together. As I was trying to figure out how to attach the glue made it as a base. And I played with kind of my composition structure of the flowers, ensuring that they had some sense of movement and that they kind of look as organic as possible. The final set ties back to the 9% um, worldwide, and making the work as both visual and a statistical representation of the issue. To conclude, this project was more than just creating art. It was a way of making waste visible and showing how much what we throw away can be repurposed. Um, these flowers serve as a reminder that materials we use in daily life don't just disappear, and when we're done with them, they persist in our environment and landfills in our oceans. By transforming single-use plastic into something meaningful, I hope to encourage conversations about recycling, sustainability, and how we think about our daily lives. Thank you for listening, and feel free to take a closer look or ask questions. Thank you.